Hello, second grade. This is part 2 of your frog drawing. So I've already started outlining my frog with different colors of crayons. You can see that I've used different colors for the spots. I put red on the tongue, and I used green crayon to outline my frog. I'm doing what's called a crayon and watercolor resist. Now, if you don't have watercolor, you could just take your crayon and you could keep coloring your frog. I like the look of the watercolor with the crayon, so I'm going to go with watercolor. So when I use my watercolor, you need to make sure that you use water first, dip your paintbrush in water, and then you want to make sure that you swish it around on the paint. So you get a good amount of paint on your brush. When you do that, don't use too much water because then it will make a big mess and kind of puddle everywhere. So I have a lot of water on here, so I'm going to dry mine off on a paper towel, and then I'm just going to keep spreading it around. If you get too much water, that's okay. You can just spread it around like I'm doing. If your paint is too light, you can add some more paint. So that's what I'm going to do. The cool thing about the watercolor resist is that you can go right over top of some of your crayon, and the crayon will resist the watercolor. So it will actually push the watercolor away from it'll push it away so it doesn't cover up the crayon, which looks pretty cool. One of the things I would like to see when you're doing this project is that you take your time and you do a good job. So whatever you're using, if you're using watercolor, if you're using crayon, if you're using marker, colored pencil, whatever it is you're using to add color, do a good job, take your time, and never ever scribble. So you want to make sure that your lines don't look messy and you try to stay in the lines. Second grade can definitely stay in the lines. Do you see how I'm just dabbing the paint on there? Just doing a little dab, dab, dab on there. Now I'm going to switch colors. So I'm going to rinse off my paintbrush and I'm going to switch to yellow. So I want to put some yellow on my crown. So I think that looks pretty cool. If you go outside of the line a little bit, no big deal. Just keep going. And then I'm going to go down here to my little lily pad. I'm going to try to do a darker green since my frog is green. That's okay if it's about the same color, that's all right. Just want to get that all colored in. I'm going to speed it up in just a second here. If at any time I'm going too fast, please pause the video and then you can catch up. You can also, the cool thing about having a video is if I'm going too fast, you can always rewind. You can always go back. So I think that's kind of cool. Whoops. So back here in the background, I'm going to do a little bit of blue, a little bit of light blue in the sky. I'm going to try not to drip here. There we go. Some light blue. Now, if your watercolor gets a little streaky, that means that it's thirsty and it needs some more water. So we're just going to keep going. We're going to make some blue in the sky. Oh, that's a little bit too dark. So if I'm using watercolor and it's too dark, one of the things I can do, get that little drip there, to make it lighter is just to add more water, right? We learned that in art class. Let's just keep on going. You're doing a great job over here. Make it a little bit lighter. All right. Some light blue in the sky, and then I think I'm going to do some dark blue for my water down here. Ooh, turn that back on. There we go. I'm going to get some dark blue watercolor. And oh yeah, that looks good. So again, if you don't have watercolor, that is totally okay. You can use markers, crayons, colored pencil. The goal here is just to add color and take your time and do a nice job. I don't want to see scribbling. Second grade, you know how to shade things in and how to make them look nice. I've seen it. I know that all my second graders are great artists and you all know how to do this. I would love to see your artwork when it's finished. Now, to enter your art, you can just take a picture of it. I have directions on how to send me your art. You can just email it to me if you take a picture of it, and then I'll see it when it's done. There you go. So there's your frog, all nice and colored in. Excellent job, second grade. I hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.